All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready. Max 56. Watch the screen. Ready.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Second and 17 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 180. Great.
Throwing on second and long. Newton. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Newton on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Kill.
First carry for Darius Geis. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check, 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 check. Great. Check 24. Check 24. Hey!
A shotgun snap for Newton. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Panthers. 45 yards.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Newton under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Open man, here's Foster. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Geis with the carry on second down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here. 22, check, cover. 22.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
On 2nd and 9. Haskins, after 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. This is Geis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give, right side, Amos. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, no one.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
What's that? 180? 50 seconds. 8. He's coming.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down. Check.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got 4. Mike 4. Mike 4. Zip it. Pick up the ball. Mike 4. Go. 61. Match box. Mike. 4. 6. Coming.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
It's showtime. We did it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Check 56. Gun. 20. 56. Mike, 50.
Throwing again is Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check 780. 56. Check tight.
Newton throwing again. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. That's good for 28 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Newton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Geis. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check, Lucky.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Geis going right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Under 10.
Now a run with Geis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Check 26. Safe. Ball shot.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Go. Check 59, Mike. Mike is ready.
Haskins on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Check, ready. Touchdown. Don't say nothing.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Got it. 59. Mike's 59. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Check out. 8.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Newton. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here we go.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Newton. That is caught by Cohen. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready. Mark 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
From the gun, Newton. Throw left side complete to Foster. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Newton. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47.
Watch 84, watch 84. Watch tight end.
Here's Geis. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, yeah!
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 44, Haskins gets it to Meredith complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. is Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Watch 8-9, watch 8-9, he's yours. Check 31, check 31.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll run with Geis, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Undercrunch, undercrunch.
Third down, here's Geis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it.